are three amazing books in this generation that are mamash really written just for this generation. One of them is the Noam Elimelech, the book of Rabbi Elimelech Milizhansk. The second one is the Tanya, that's written by the Tanya, the Alter Rebbe. And the third book is Likutey Moharan. It's all been written in the same generation. So it's a known thing that in the Tanya it's written Sifram Shel Beinonim. That's the book it's been written for the average people. You need to be very high level to understand what that's written in the Tanya book. It's a very complex, wise, very high, very deep, very spiritual book. But the author, the righteous man, the Tanya, defined it as the book for the average people. Like everyone can read in that book, right? And the Noam Elimelech, the book of Rabbi Elimelech Milizhansk. So this is Sifram Shel Tzaddikim. That's the book that's been written for the righteous people. Everyone knows it's like, for an example, when Rabbi Nachman of Breslov came to Israel, so in one of the days he went to visit one of the biggest rabbis that were here in those days. We're not going to mention his name. And when he walked out from his house, Rabbi Nachman of Breslov, from his own house, on the way to visit that righteous man, so he took with him the book Noam Elimelech of Rabbi Elimelech Milizhansk. So his helper asked him, "Why are you taking the book with you? For what?" So he told him, "I have Kabbalah, I learned it from my father, that you're not allowed to enter to a house that doesn't have the book Noam Elimelech. And in his house there's no Noam Elimelech. So I brought the book because I'm not allowed to enter to." So it's such an important book that it's a tradition that it's not allowed even to enter to a house if that house doesn't. Chaim, you're not allowed to enter your own house now. What are you going to do? He's got the book on Google, you see? So, the Likutey Moharan, if one book, the Noam Elimelech, is Sifram Shel Tzaddikim, is the book for the righteous people. And if the Tanya, the Tanya book is the book for the average, for the medium, for the regular people. So Likutey Moharan, it's the book for the Reshaim. It's for those evil ones that wants to do tshuva. What can we do? Can you be righteous now? Can you be righteous? Be righteous now. Be pure. Can you be pure? I cannot. I don't know how you do that. I don't know how to change myself in a minute to be something I'm not. I know that even things that I'm working on them for years, it still looks like I have a lot more job, a lot more effort, a lot more years to work on those things. Even though that I am working on those things for years, maybe 15 years, I'm working hard. And when I'm checking myself, I see like I haven't even started working on that midah. Still have so much to fix. So for people like us, the book Likutey Moharan been written. For people that are checking themselves, and like I told you, the Rabbi Yoel of Satmar, that he was a very, very holy man. He testified on himself that he is a seventh generation of son after son, 7 generations of Shomerei Brit B'Shlemut, that they were guarding their covenant, their purity, their holiness completely. 7 generations. So he was the 7th one, Rabbi Yoel of Satmar. So we're talking about someone that an angel is insulting. If you're going to tell him you're an angel, you took away something from him. There was a righteous man, his name was Rabbi Avraham HaMalach, Rabbi Avraham the angel. He was the son of the Maggid of Mezrich. The Maggid of Mezrich, he was the first main student of the Baal Shem Tov, and he was the main rabbi of all of those, the group of the students of the Baal Shem Tov. They all followed the Maggid Mezrich. The Noam Elimelech and Rabbi Zusha and the Tanya and Rabbi Aaron HaGadol of Karlin, all of those giants, and the I think his name was Rabbi Shalom of Belz, I think. The first generation of Sar Shalom, the first generation of Belz, and all of the main Admorim of those Chassiduyot started in his Beit Midrash. So he had a son, Rabbi Avraham Malach, Rabbi Avraham the angel. Every day of his life, he was eating one meal. And in that meal, he was eating a piece of skin of a dove. That was his meal. Not meat, not chicken wings, not piece of skin. That was his food. And there is a story about him that once people never saw his face. People wanted to see his face, of Rabbi Avraham Malach. He also passed away, I think, when he was 38, 39, something like that. He was very young. And he was always covered with a talit. No one ever saw his face. And one day they came up with an idea how they're going to uncover him, how they're going to see his face. So they said there was a Brit Milah. They had to bring a baby to Brit Milah. So they said we're going to make him to be the godfather, the sandak. And then while he's going to see it with us, so we will see his face. Even for a moment, we will catch him. So everyone came in that day to the Beit Knesset, and they were waiting when that Rabbi Avraham will come, and everyone were hiding and waiting, sitting, excitement. And then suddenly one person said, Rabbi Avraham is on his way. Everyone saw Rabbi Avraham. He went out from his house wrapped with a talit, and he's walking like that toward the Beit Knesset. And people start saying, wow, he's coming and talking. And there was a mess inside the Beit Knesset. And everyone started to scream and being terrified, and they couldn't control themselves. And and every step that he's making, more and more people ran away from the Beit Knesset, from the synagogue, jumping out from the windows, from the back door. Almost no one left over there in the Beit Knesset. Maybe mamash a minyan or something like that left over there, and everyone are terrified, can't handle the fact he's coming, and he went in. And no one was able to communicate with him, to talk, nothing. And he just sat on his chair. And the father that was holding the knife to circumcise, to make the Brit Milah, he was an expert, expert mohel. He said, my hand was shaking. I wasn't able to function. I wasn't controlling myself. I didn't know what to do. It never happened to me in my life. And it just all happened somehow. And before they woke up, Rabbi Avraham Malach was already gone, and no one saw his face. So we're talking about an angel. People were testifying. You can believe it or not, it doesn't matter. But people testified that in the time that he was praying, if you would put a match, a stick of wood on his talit, it would go in flames. It would turn on fire because of his purity. So they asked on him, between the students that were praising him, say, how can you call him malach, an angel? An angel is something that is lower than a righteous man. Vayishlach Yaakov malachim. Yaakov was sending angels. They were working for him. It's like he's in charge of what's an angel? An angel doesn't have Yetzer Hara. The Gemara is telling us on Rav Amram Chasida that Rav Amram Chasida, he had a war against the angel and he won. And then he looked at the angel and he told him, how can it be? You're made out of fire and I'm made of flesh and bones. Ve'ana adifna minach, and I'm better than you. You are flesh and bones and you're better than an angel. When? Moshel berucho miloked ir. When you control your temper. When you control your midot, your behaviors, your manners, you control yourself, you choose. You have that staff of Hashem, that the free choice is in your hand, that you choose if to be happy or not, if to be sad or not, if to be angry or not, if to learn now, if to pray, if to do tshuva or not, if to whatever, you choose. When you have that control on yourself, you're beyond the angel. So they said, how can you praise Rabbi Avraham HaMalach that he is an angel? Rabbi Avraham the angel. What's an angel? So they said, he purified his body to the level of an angel, but on his soul, we're not talking at all. What that was an angel in Rabbi Avraham was his body, not his soul. His soul was much, much higher. Even the flesh he purified to the level of an angel. He was fasting, he was torturing himself very hard, he was almost abusing himself probably. And after his father, the Jose Milublin, passed away, the Magid Mimezrich passed away, so he came to him in a dream, to Rabbi Avraham, his son, and he told him, I'm commanding you in a decree of honoring your father that you must obey to what that I tell you now, that you're not allowed to fast anymore because you're killing yourself. And you must listen to me and stop torturing yourself like you do. You must eat and you must drink and you must go to sleep and you must start behave more like human beings and not to go too high. So Rabbi Avraham, his son, answered to him, I'm sorry, father, I'm not able to do what you just told me to. So he told him, but it's a decree. It's mitzvah midoraita, kabed et avicha veit imecha. You're not allowed not to listen to me. So he told him, I'm sorry. But it's written in the Zohar HaKadosh, kabed et avicha veit imecha, avicha da kudsha berichu, imecha da shchinta. In the Zohar HaKadosh it's written that you need to honor your father and your mother. Your father is a Kadosh Baruch Hu, your mother is a Shechina HaKadosha. That's what I know. I'm sorry. So the Magid of Mezrich, in the same revealing, in the same vision at night, told him, so I'm taking all of what that I inherit to you. All of the things that belongs to me that I gave you when I passed away, I'm taking them back if you're not going to listen to me. So he told him, it's yours, you can take them. And in that night there was a fire in the house of Rabbi Avraham HaMalach, and all of the things that the Magid Mezrich gave him burned in that fire. So those are the righteous people. Rabbi Nachman of Breslov, he was in that generation. Rabbi Nachman in that generation wrote the book Likutey Moharan. And Rabbi Nachman of Breslov, he made something new and different than all of the rest of the Chassiduyot. What did Rabbi Nachman changed in his way was that he said, we're going to make students that are going to make students. Our thing will never going to disappear from the world. So, when you would see Rabbi Aaron of Belz, you would see an angel. When you would see Rabbi Aaron Agadol of Karlin, you wouldn't be able to talk to him. It's true, he was righteous. It's true, they were holy, they were pure. You cannot stand in front of an angel like that, like Rabbi Avraham HaMalach. People wanted to see his face, they were not able. They had to jump out from the windows of the synagogue because that person was beyond an angel. With an angel you cannot fight. You're not Rab Amram Chasida. So to chat and to sit and to talk and to take advice for your own life from Rabbi Avraham HaMalach, it's impossible. So even though that those righteous people went and they did their job and for sure they satisfied Hashem and they opened the way for us, for the last generation, we need to understand that we have a different job. Because if now you know that there is a huge genius in this generation, there is someone that is divine, that is beyond real, someone that you know for sure, you feel 100% that he is the righteous man of the generation. Great. How is it helping you when now your wife is screaming at you? When you're now stuck without money to pay for the children for the kindergarten, when you now don't know how to fix your flat tire and you run late for a very important meeting, how is it going to help you that there is a giant in this generation? It's not going to help you. In this generation, you need someone that you can call him and he's gonna Yedidim, Chaverim, how you call those organizations, like Hatzule. You need someone to call 911 and that he will come to help you. You need someone to help you with a flat tire. You need to call and to ask him, am I allowed 5 minutes before of Shabbat? You need to have some kind of emergency phone number that you can call 5 minutes before Shabbat, that some kind of simple rabbi will sit over there and tell you, yes, it's allowed to put it on the platter 5 minutes before Shabbat. That's what you need. In this generation, what that you need is people. It's not righteous people. Righteous people is good. Angels, divine people, holy souls. It's great to have them. We love them. Everything is great with them. But what that I need now is someone to give me a hand and gonna tell me, I love you. And Rabbi Yosef Voltauch, even though that he was a giant, that he was such an amazing person, he was not able to shake the hand of another person because of his purity. So he was holding baskets all day long. And it's not that he wasn't full with Ahavat Israel. He was full with Ahavat Israel. But he had a different job. And he must keeping his purity for his job, for the benefit of Am Israel. But I need someone to hug me. Like that wild story on Rav Shlomo Karlibach, that Rav Shlomo Karlibach went and to visit in prison, and he's hugging people one after the other, and in the end he said, I'm not going away from here until I'm going to hug all of the prisoners. The officers over there looking at him, are you crazy? What are you doing? Can you please go? And he said, no, I'm going to hug each and every one of the prisoners, or else I'm not going. And that's it. He put nails into his shoes, and he's stuck, and he's hugging another prisoner and another one. While they're discussing and thinking, he's now hugging trees. And in a certain time, a person, a dark-skinned Afro-American person, is running to his direction. Everyone, what's going on? What's about to happen? And he came to Rav Shlomo and he told him, can I please have another hug? And Rav Shlomo, of course, hugged him again. And then he told Rav Shlomo Karlibach, he told him, if someone would hug me 20 years ago like you hugged me today, I wouldn't be here today. That's what we need. Today you need someone that's going to hug you. Today you need someone to tell you, Achi, I'm with you. My brother, I'm with you. That's what you need. You don't need more than that. Maybe we also need those righteous people to fight for, great, but it's not in our level. It's not my mission. That's not where I'm holding. Because like I said before, can you be pure for a minute? No, for a minute. 1 minute. No, I'm sorry. I don't know how to do that. Can you be holy for a second? Please, 1 second. Can you? I don't know what you mean when you say pure, when you say humble, when you say righteous. I don't understand that concept. What does it mean? What does it mean to be pure, to be righteous, to be holy, to be a genius? I don't understand the concept of those words. So we need to understand that we don't understand, but something we do understand. We do understand what we need. What do you need? I need someone to tell me I love you. I need someone to tell me I care about you. I need someone to teach me Aleph Bet. I need someone to tell me, no, you're not allowed to do that. No, what are you, crazy? No, listen. Don't do that. Don't do that. I need someone normal. I need someone in my level, or at least close to my level. That's what I need. So if that's what you need, that's what you need to become. The honesty, the midah of truth, the truth, your point of truth in your life is that you're going to hand to others what that you need others to give you. If you need love, you need to give love. If you need money, you need to be generous to give money. If you need wisdom, you need to teach from your wisdom. You don't need to be a genius. So other people doesn't need a genius teacher also. You need to learn the Aleph Bet. So when you're going to finish learning the Aleph Bet, go teach Aleph Bet. You need how to learn Hebrew, so go teach how to learn Hebrew. You need someone to guide you in simple halachot of Shabbat, what is allowed, what is not allowed, what is kosher, what is not kosher, how I'm going to handle my shalom bayit without breaking earthenware vessels all around the kitchen, not breaking things, not throwing pots away out from the windows. Okay, so I need someone that went through the same. If I'm going to see 2 angels that are living in their villa and everything is great I cannot learn from them. I will never going to have what they have, so I cannot learn from their experience. It's not, I need someone that was in the war. And he went out from the war, and he been redeemed, he been saved from the war, that he been through the fire, because now I'm dealing with my burnings. I need someone that know what to do with scratches, with scars, with bleeding wounds. That's what I need. So someone that was never in the war, someone that never been injured, someone that never fell on his face, how I'm going to learn from him? Well, he's an angel. Great. It's good to hear that there was a Rabbi Avraham HaMalach. It's amazing to hear that there was Rabbi Avraham HaMalach. But is it helping me today to deal with the fact that I need GPS, I need Waze, I need Google Translator. That's what I need. That's what I need. So if that's what I need, that's what I need to supply also. So every one of us, we have the purpose, we have a meaning for our life. Because you today, even though that you hold yourself so tiny, so small, and far from wisdom, and far from purity, but you are available. And b'makom she'en ish, and in a place that there is no man, there is no idol, there is no righteous, there is no pure, no one is in the darkness. Because those righteous people, they're already in the light. They're illuminating, they're shining, so they're not in darkness. Who is in darkness? Us and the cockroaches. So who's going to illuminate the darkness? Only we can do that. Only we. Because those righteous people, the truth is that they are not able to come to those filthy places. They're not able. Take Rabbi Aaron of Belz, put him in a club, in a discotheque, in a nightclub. He doesn't know how to dance. No, I'm kidding. He doesn't know what, he's not able. He's a genius, he's pure, he's divine. He's godly, he's Elohim, he's Ish Elohim. I'm telling you, he is Ish Elohim. I'm going to show you a huge series of books with 26 volumes. 26 books been written by that righteous man, Rabbi Avraham Abulafia. 26 holy books been written by that righteous man, Rabbi Avraham Abulafia. Books on Kabbalah. That he is telling you combinations of letters from verses, telling you how to beat the Yetzer Hara, how to overpower on all of your weaknesses, how to bring down bounty to the world, how to heal sick people, how to revive the dead. He tells you secrets in Kabbalah Ma'asit, in actions, how to take Kabbalah into actions, to teach you, to guide you, things that you won't believe, you can't understand. I'm telling you that even if you're going to read all of those books from the first page to the last one, in the end you're going to bring that part that I brought a few classes ago and I read it to you, and you're going to tell me that was the most inspiring part of all of his books. That what? That he's telling. And I found myself down, and I found myself that the Yetzer Hara beat me and broke me to pieces, and I lost my divine spirit, and I wasn't able to go to do it Budaduyot anymore. But I'm strengthening myself today that I'm a Jew, and that I have my good points, and thank God I'm not a slave, and I still believe in God. And those words, Breslov words, 770 years ago, are the light that is required for this generation. Because today, even if you're going to learn all of the Gemara, great, you finished the Shas, you were strong enough, stubborn enough, you beat your wife strong enough that she was not holding you back, you went 7 years, one day after the other, you finished Shas, that's it, you've been to the Beit Midrash, you learned Daf Yomi every day. I'm asking you, after those 7 years, are you different? Did the Shas change you? Really? Are you a holier person? Can you see that now you're more polite, you're nicer to people? And if so is it really because of the Daf Yomi that you were sitting? That's the truth? Is that the truth? The Torah will give you the power only if you will want to bring the Torah to those places. Only if you're going to love the rebuke. Only if you're going to want to learn the lesson from the Torah. The Torah is going to rebuke you. If you will not going to want to be rebuked, even the Torah will not going to be able to rebuke you. If a person haven't purified himself, naset lo sam mavet, it becomes to be poison. The limud, the learning itself becomes to be poison. If the person is not working on his midot to purify himself, to clean himself, to learn how to behave, how to be generous, how to be kind, how to be polite, if you're not going to do that, all of the Torah that's going to come into your contaminated vessel, because you haven't purified your heart, you haven't purified your vessel, will be contaminated. Put gallons of water into a contaminated vessel, you contaminated gallons of water, pure water, from Nikbat HaShiloach, from the holiest spring in the world. Water that are coming out to the world from the holy stone of Har HaBayit, Even HaShtiyah. Water that are coming from there are going to be contaminated in your vessel on the spot. On the spot. Why? Because you're still impure. So what you need to do before you go and learn Torah? What I'm going to do now, I know that I'm not pure. You need to do. You need to read the tefillah of Rabbi Nachman ben Akana. You need to read the prayer of Rabbi Nachman ben Akana. They taught us that before you sit to learn, you need to say, please Hashem Yitbarach, help me, guide me, that my limud gonna be beneficial. Yes? Yes? Is it working? That it's gonna be useful, that something good gonna come out from this limud, that I will not gonna destroy. That the halachot that I'm learning, I'm going to use them in a right way. That it's going to help other people. That I'm going to take the right conclusions out of the limud. That's what we need to do. Just to sit in a Beit Midrash, in front of the books, it's not going to make you pure. Only the intention, only the purity of your heart, your holy desire to purify yourself, to clean yourself, to be a better person, gonna make those water washing you, the water of Torah, purifying you, cleansing you, making you nicer and calmer and wiser and more gentle and more and perfect in the end. The intention. Even if you're going to bring the biggest amount of sacrifices, if you're not going to confess on the sacrifice, if you're not going to do tshuva before you're sacrificing the animal, it will not going to purify. It's not going to atone for you. It's not going to help you. Only when you do tshuva while sacrificing the animal, only while you're doing tshuva, that sacrifice is meaningful, means something. If you don't do tshuva, you just slaughtered animal, you just killed animals, you killed hundreds of cows, you killed hundreds of goats, of sheep. That's what you've done. You slaughtered animal. That's what you've done. In Beit HaMikdash. You slaughtered animal in Beit HaMikdash. For what? For no reason, for no use. A person is going to be punished on that. If you haven't confessed, if you haven't done tshuva, now you finish Shas without doing tshuva, for sure the person is going to be punished on that. Because you did it not for Hashem Yitbarach. You did it not for the mitzvah. Hashem Yitbarach is telling us, you need to take the lesson to become better per people, to be a better person, to work on your midot. That the Torah will make you to be a human being. Derech Eretz Kadma la Torah. First of all, you need to learn the way of the land, to how to behave, to work on your manners, to be polite. You allow to learn Torah in the morning and then to push in the supermarket. You're allowed to learn Torah and then to go and check out women in the streets in the afternoon. You're allowed to learn Torah and then to use your wisdom and your intelligence to go and to cheat the people and making money on the back of the weak people and forcing people to do horrible things for you by the name of the Torah. It's not the crusades. We want Hashem Yitbarach to live inside of us. So Hashem Yitbarach is saying, Nu libchem elai, give me your heart. Rachmana li babai, the Kadosh Baruch Hu wants the heart. So if you're not bringing your heart and just doing it for the honor, or for the wisdom, or for the pleasure, or for the satisfaction, for the wisdom, for any kind of desire that you have, to be honorable, to be perfect, to be look good, it's a sin, it's a crime, it's not a mitzvah. It's a crime. You think that you can use Hashem. You use the Torah, you make the Torah to be kardom lachpor bo, like a shovel to dig with it. That's a very nice book. I can put it here, and everyone gonna think that I'm a Chassid Breslov. That's great. No. If I'm gonna have long peot, am I gonna find a very nice shidduch? If I'm gonna grow my beard, I'm gonna wear a white shirt and a black vest, and I'm gonna have very nice pants and jacket and cowboys boots, and I'm gonna have my sombrero, and people are gonna think I'm honorable. So you want to lie. That's what you want. You want to lie. You want to use the Torah to hide your defaults. You want the Torah to hide your lackings. The fact that you're lazy, that you're a liar, that you're a thief, that you can cheat everyone, that you don't want to work on your midot at all, that you don't want to work on your manners, that you're ignorant, that you're arrogant, that you're stupid and not wise. And you want to, no, I finished Shas. What? You were sitting, wasting hours reading, words on words on words of things you don't even understand, that you don't relate to, that you cannot understand the meaning of those words at all. And even if you got the sugya, you didn't get the soul, you got the physical structure of the Gemara. Okay, you got the math in the Gemara, but the soul, the divine spirit, Ruach Elokim merachefet al pnei hamayim, the soul of Mashiach that is hovering on the books, that makes you a better person, you missed that. You missed all of that. And you finished Shas. Yes, you disgraced all Shas from beginning to end. You disgraced all Shas from beginning to end. All of the Tanaim and all of the Amoraim. Rabbeinu is writing, Ne'etarot neshikot soneh. When you mention the names of those righteous people, when you mentioned their names in the Sugya, you were making them being discussed from you. They wanted to reject you. They didn't know what to do with you. They felt like you're forcing yourself to kiss them when they don't want to be kissed at all. When you're not working on your midot to be a better person, and you are selfish, and you're cruel, and you learn Torah, you make the righteous people that wrote those words of Torah to feel disgusted by you. They say, hey, take him away from me, take him off me. Feel like you're forcing yourself on them. There is no worse feeling in the world than to feel like someone is forcing himself on you. There is nothing worse than that in the world. And that's the feeling that you give to the Tanaim and Amoraim, to the righteous people. To Rabbi Nachman of Breslov, that you call yourself his Chassid. You know what you need to be to become a Chassid of Rabbeinu? You need to love Rabbeinu. You need to love him. Not to love yourself. You need to love him. You need to crown him, not to try to crown yourself with him, through him. No, me, and worship yourself. When you worship yourself, you become to be like Aman HaRasha. You become to be like Pharaoh. You become to be the essence of evil in the world. When you try to idolize yourself, that people are going to worship you, that people are going to love you, that people are going to honor you, that people are going to respect you, that people are going to give you. When you do that, you're spreading darkness in the world instead of spreading light. Only when you're humbling yourself and you're grateful to Hashem Yitbarach and you say, please Hashem, let me drink another drop of water from your pure water. Please Hashem, and I promise I'm going to go and water others with your water. I'm going to tell the world about you, Hashem. Only when you do that, so then your actions are L'Shem Shamayim. And then your Torah is accepted, is welcomed, is wanted. Hashem desire that you're going to say Torah. The righteous people, they're waiting that you're going to read from their mimrot, from their speeches, from their words of Torah. When you're humble, when you're using their water to bring it down to the lowest places of them all, if you're able to take the wisdom of the Zohar, of the Gemara Kedosha, of the Shulchan Aruch, and to go and to teach other people that are sitting in the side of the streets, people that just went out from a restaurant, went out from a pub, and you're talking with them, and you're chatting with them, and you give them advice for life, something you tell them, hey, listen, if you're going to listen to that advice, and he's taking that advice, and he's waking up because of your advice, and he's learning, then you completed your destiny. Then you were able to take the water that are coming out from the mountain of Hashem Yitbarach and to water the herds from that pure lake, from that pure well, and you took that water, buckets and buckets, and you were watering the animals. Then you're a shepherd. Not when you and your shepherd's friends are drinking together tequila. No, let's finish another Masechta. Yes, let's do it. Yalla, let's do another Seder. Yalla, let's. You like people in the bar. 7 avrechim in the kollel sitting. Yeah, let's finish another Masechta. Okay, let's make a see you. What are you doing? Hanging out with your buddies? That's Torah? That's Torah? Let's finish another Masechta. Okay, I'll take that steak. Okay, you know what? Let's do. What's that? Is that clean? Is that pure? Can you imagine yourself, righteous people, doing that? Righteous people are learning in hours that you're asleep. That's when they're learning. In the time that you're awake, they're going and helping people. They're going and teaching, giving classes, helping people, giving advice, sitting hours and hours to help couples to have shalom bayit, to bless people to have children, to go and to think what to do, to knock on doors of the wealthy people, to ask for donations, for contribution, for the avrechim, for the ones that are sitting and learning Torah. The avrechim are sitting and learning Torah. And the chief rabbi of the yeshiva, he's going to go and knock on doors and beg to the rich people and going to ask for all of the insultings to come on him. And there are no avrechim, avrech meshi, sitting. That was amazing limud today. Such a great class I gave. It's disgusting. Nothing worse than that. Nothing. Hashem v'mistarim tivke nafshi mipnei geva. Hashem Yitbarach is sitting in the hidden place and crying because of the arrogance of Bnei Israel. Because you're arrogant, Hashem is sitting and crying. You know what's going to happen to you when you're going to stand in front of Hashem Yitbarach and they're going to tell you in Judgment Day, hey, you know how many hours Hashem was crying because of you? What are you going to do then? How are you going to deal with those news? What are you going to do? The punishment of shame in the world to come is the worst of all punishments. Hashem going to say, you know what? You're not guilty. You're free. You're okay. Zakai, innocent. You're innocent. No problem. Great. And you're going to look at your stuff and you won't be able to bury yourself, to carry yourself. You will hate yourself in Judgment Day. You're going to say, no, please throw me to hell. That's what you're going to say. Please throw me to another lifetime. Please. Throw me to be crippled, with no hands, poor, asking for charity in the streets, homeless, with no family, please, with all diseases in the world, please, something to cover for my shame, please, something. You're going to beg for that punishment to atone for your shame, to erase the disgrace that you disgraced Hashem, while being rich and cheap, being wise and arrogant. That you were holding something that was not belong to you in your pockets. You got money to give it to the poor. What are you going to do with all of your money? You got wisdom to teach it to the people that don't have that. What are you going to do with all of your wisdom? You're going to praise yourself. I finished Shas 3 times from the age of 13 that I learned. First time I finished Shas while I was 18, and then second time when I was 21, and third time. Is that useful? It's empty. It's just empty. In the end, Hashem going to tell you, you just upset me. You just disappointed me. I wanted you to go and to teach people. I wanted you to go and guide people. I wanted you to go and help that widow, help that ger, help that orphan, help that poor person. Wanted you to go to knock on doors, to help those families. Oh, you didn't hear them screaming every day, the husbands and the wife. You didn't hear them fighting every day. So why in that day when you saw the husband in the grocery store, you didn't sit with him, you didn't told him, oh, there is an amazing book, Garden of Peace. Hey, you must go listen to that lecture of that rabbi. Go, maybe you're going to do this, maybe that. Why you haven't done that? Because you were selfish. No, they're fighting. He's stupid. He doesn't know how to honor your wife. His wife. Look at him. Stupid. Instead of jumping into the fire and rescue those couple from the flames that are eating them and their children from inside, there's a fire on the 3rd floor. I hope they're going to call the fire department. I must check my WhatsApps. That's what you're doing. If you see there's a fire in a building and you have time to check your WhatsApps, so that's what you're doing. She's screaming and he's screaming. She's crying and he's crying. She's breaking things and he's breaking things. And the kids are out already, out of the world already. You know how many years you need to sit with a child from a broken house to heal him? It's like an impossible mission. It's a wreck. It's like it's a total loss. You can't fix it. Child of a broken family, it's death. Moshe told me the most beautiful thing in the world. My parents gave me the most beautiful thing that they could give me. They loved each other. They shown me love between parents. That's the most beautiful thing in the world that you can give to a child. Now you see a couple that are fighting, have mercy on their child. Who is that child? It's your brother. That child is your brother. That sister, she's your sister. That woman, she's your sister. That girl, she is your sister. She is your sister. Literally, she is your sister. You don't see that because you're blind, but she is your sister. She is part of your family. You're sitting on the same branch. How can we not supply what that we need? If you know the taste of poverty, if you know the taste of having so many doubts and being so far from understanding and knowing what to do out of advice, how can you not answer questions to people? How can you not supply food and cook for people? I remember that when my wife gave birth to our second child, there was a family in Friday, the Brit Milah was Wednesday or Thursday, and anyway, we didn't know what to do with ourselves completely, and especially not to prepare food for that Shabbos. We moved an apartment a few days before, and then was the Brit Milah. A family came to our doorstep, to our house, and knocked on our door at Friday, 12:01 at noontime, with 2 or 3 boxes full with food. Full with salads and soup and meat and chicken and fish and rice and potatoes and candies for the kids. It was like my wife and I were speechless. We didn't know what to do with ourselves. We were so grateful to that family. It changed our lives. We felt so loved and so welcomed and so hugged that it changed us forever. And I'm not saying that it's a small thing that they did, but everyone are able to do that. Everyone that wants to do it, he can do that. You don't need to cook the food. You can go and buy the food. You don't need to buy the food. You can give $100 to that family. It's the same. Do what that you're able to do. Don't do more than what that you're able to do. And if you don't have the $100, you can go to that family and tell them, I love you. I want to help you. I will pray for you. I care about your situation. I can't see you suffering. I will do whatever I'm able to do. Soon we're going to have a new section in our website. It will be called Wisdom in the Nation. We're going to collect videos from YouTube of the world, of people that are putting inspirational videos and very powerful videos, and we're going to post them, that people are going to learn from the generosity of people. Yesterday, we saw a video that's going to be in that section on a homeless person, that someone came to him and told him that he lost his daughter 2 days ago, and they're looking for their daughter for 2 days already in the streets in the United States somewhere. And he left a sign for, looking for a girl this height, looks like that, with a picture, whatever, in the hands of that homeless. And before of that, that homeless was holding a piece of cardboard that was written over there, feed me, give me $1, whatever. I need food for my family. Homeless. And that person came after 2 or 3 hours, and he sees that homeless sitting with the picture of his daughter instead of the cardboard with asking for money. So he asked him, why are you holding my paper? So he said, to help you to find your child. So he told him, but in those 2 hours you were able to collect a few more dollars for your living, to buy a sandwich, to buy something to eat. He said, this is a homeless. He told him, to help another person is much higher level than to help yourself. Think about that. A homeless is able to understand the lost. He told him, I also lost. I know what it means to lose your family. So I feel your pain. So us, people like us, that we feel the loss, that we know the pain, we know how it feels to be poor, we know how it feels to be rejected, how it feels not to have what that you want. We need to give. He was sitting, he wasn't able to do anything, he barely can walk. But he was sitting for 2 hours holding that paper to find that poor girl that was lost. He gave what that he was able to give. That counts. $1 million doesn't count. That counts. Million wisdoms doesn't count. It can be a curse and not a blessing. To have a heart, it counts. Thank you very much. Chazak u'Baruch.